Welcome back to my Godzilla Singular Point thoughts series here. Just got finished watching episode 9. There isn't really much to talk about with this episode. It's just continuing to raise the stakes of what's going on. Although there is a couple big things that I guess I could say that happen in this one. Pretty much the heroes are just, well, mainly May's side of the story. She's just trying to figure out how to stop this catastrophe, this apocalypse. So her and the other scientist lady, professor or whatever, they're trying to figure out, how to fix this and all that. I'm pretty sure that oxygen destroyer will play a role in the future with this. Still no sign of Gabra. No other signs of more Anguirus, so I think Anguirus is completely done. And no other sign of Manda. So Manda just kind of went away too. But probably I'll save Godzilla for the end. In terms of the Megalon spiders that I talked about in the last one, these guys just continue to surprise me because now there's like 2 more forms that they took on. So not only now is it like a Megalon meets Kumonga, but now they also have the ability to fly. So then that's what kind of makes me think it's like now also Gamacarus is also included in this monster. And then obviously having the regeneration thing where they showed Hedorah for like a split second. They didn't show him at all in this one. Like there was no figure or anything. So once again, I think that was an Easter egg, kind of random Easter egg, but it was there. And then there was one that was fighting Jet Jaguar, and it actually, instead of drills, it had claws that looked like Gigan. So it was like, I don't know what is with this monster in particular, but it like carried 4 different monsters into one. It was kind of insane. So yeah, pretty much the world is just plunging into chaos. That's literally what's going on, and we just got to figure out how to take out Godzilla, I guess, because apparently he is the singular point that is creating this whole apocalypse. But Godzilla himself, okay. So this episode actually started with Godzilla coming out of his cocoon, I guess. So it's not Varen for sure. It's definitely not. So I'm assuming what they did was that was just another Easter egg where it was Varen's face design, but it was really just Godzilla. So what the militaries decided to do was to drop bombs on him while he was in his cocoon. And there's so many similarities with this scene and Shin Godzilla. It's kind of insane. Like they were dropping bombs on his back and you saw blood, pouring out. And then also Godzilla, when he like came out of his cocoon, like blood was coming from his mouth, like just dripping. And so it just reminded me of Shin Godzilla with his first form where blood was like coming out of his gills or whatever. Don't know what that's about, but it's there. And this, I mean, the design of this, I guess I would say second version or second look of Godzilla, or evolution, I guess you could say, looks very much like similar to Gabra in this one. So like it was kind of like this greenish tint and just a really interesting design. And his freaking jaw was like, it opens way wide. So really, really cool and honestly terrifying looking Godzilla. Pretty much on par with Shin Godzilla. Like if this Godzilla was not an anime and they actually made it look like a realistic model like Shin Godzilla was, this would be a pretty scary looking Godzilla. Yeah, and then he was about to use his atomic breath, like his dorsal plates were lighting up, and then there was like this ring that was popping up in front of him, but they didn't actually show anything else after that. So I think they just kind of built up that he was about to use his atomic breath, but then they kind of cut away. So yeah, that's really all I got for this episode. It's just the stakes are continuing to rise. The heroes are trying to figure out what's going on. I think we're kind of at the climax area of this whole story, where the heroes kind of know what they have to do. They just have to do it. So I'm very curious to see what other kind of surprises are going to happen in the next 3 episodes, because that's all that's left, because 13 I'm on. Next I'm going to be watching episode 10. So, and I'll see you guys in the next thoughts video.